What's up guys, Harsh here, back in the video. So in this video I am going to show you how you can control your addressable LED strip with your ESP8266 module. So this will be done by connecting to a home network or either directly to the ESP Wi-Fi. So without further ado, let's get started. So we can start with the base with the breadboard. So this is a simple mini breadboard that you can find easily online. Now the ESP coincidentally fits perfectly inside this breadboard, so you can just place it on the breadboard just like so, and make sure that the USB port is pointing outwards, and then just press it in, and then you can see you got some pins over here and over on this side to connect it to the light strip. Then we are going to take a voltage regulator and place it on the other side just like so. So as you can see, pretty neat. Now let's take our jumper wires and connect the positive and negative. So the middle pin will be the negative wire, and in this case it will be the black wire to the middle pin of the regulator, as you can see. Now connect the white wire to the rightmost pin of the regulator, and then you can take these two other ends and connect the black wire to the ground of the ESP, which is on this side, and connect the white wire to the voltage in of the ESP. So this way the ESP now can be powered with a 12 volt supply, and this voltage regulator will ensure that this only gets 5 volts, so it doesn't blow up or anything like that. According to the code, the output will be the D4 pin in the ESP. So the D4 pin is located right over here. Let me just flip it around and you can see. So this is our D4 pin. It is clearly labeled. It's a bit dirty, that's why you cannot see. Let me just clean it up. So as you can see that this is our D4 pin right over here, right beside the 3.3 volts on the ground. So let's connect the green wire to the D4. The wire will go to the input of the LED strip. So this is the LED connector over here, and let's connect it to the middle pin. And middle pin is always the D input, and as you can see on the LED strip there is an arrow that indicates the direction of the signal. So the signal will grow from this side to this side, so always make sure to connect it accordingly. So, and it is also labeled over here. So as you can see that it is set that D output and D input, so you will need to connect it accordingly to your LED strip. Then you can connect these wires, the red and the white wire, to the 12 volt power supply, because this is a 12 volt LED strip and yours might be 5 volts, so that does not make a difference at all. You just need to connect it to a 5 volt power supply. So this is our power supply over here, and the top 3 pins are the positive terminals and the bottom 3 pins are the negative terminals. So let's connect our red wire to the positive terminal like so, and the white wire to the negative terminal. Now as you can see, I have connected 2 jumper pins also. So the red wire is connected to the positive terminal, and this red wire will actually go to the regulator. I will take the red wire and I connect it to the leftmost pin for its input of 12 volts. And as for the ground, which is the brown wire, will go to the middle pin, just right below over here, just like so. So now all our connections are done. I can plug the micro USB cable into the ESP and put the other end in the computer and program it. So after all the connections are done, now we can go ahead and install our software. So as you can follow it, we are using WLED version 0.12.0. So this is the latest version that is available at the time of filming this video. So as you can see, there are a lot of options here you can download from. So the particular file that you need to download is the WLED 0.12.0 ESP8266.bin. So this will be particular that you need to download and flash onto your ESP. As for the flasher, we are using the ESP home flasher, and upon your operating system you can either download the x64 version or the x86 version. So in my case it will be the x64 version that is shown over here, and I will just click on it and we start downloading it just like so. So now that we have downloaded both our files, now we can go ahead and start to program it. We can start with our programming. So first let's open the ESP home flasher,
and this will open his box over here. So first of all, you have to select your serial port, and in my case it's the COM3. It's basically the port where you have connected your ESP to your laptop or computer. Now as for firmware, we will go ahead and click on browse and select our ESP file, which is this one over here, which I have kept in the same folder, and then click on open. And once it's all done, all you have to just click on flash ESP, and it will automatically starts to flash the ESP, and it will show you when it's done. So as you can see, now it is saying the flashing is complete, so we can go ahead and unplug our ESP and start connecting to it.
After the setup, we can finally use our LED. So just open the Play Store and type WLED and download their app. It's pretty helpful app. You can get all the features you want, and once you open it, it will tell you to click on the plus button to add a ESP or whatever. So just click on it and click on discover lights, and make sure that you are connected to the same network as the ESP. So as you can see, it has now saying found LED. Then just click on the right arrow on the top right corner, and now you have your WLED listed over here with its local IP address. So if you want to use the LED via computer, you can just type in this address and it will open up the control panel just like so. So all you have to do is just click on it, and will show you all the settings you need for your effects or whatnot. So you can create segments, and there are a lot of effects that you can choose from here, and you can go back and turn it off or turn it on from here. And there's also a nice feature to turn the brightness all the way down or all the way up within the main page itself, so you don't have to go inside and do it from there. So that's pretty nice feature. Now there might be a condition where you realize that if you press on the red area, the light will show red color obviously, but when you show on the green, it will show blue, and when you press on the blue area, it will show green light. So this is just a matter of LED configuration. So you need to set the preference of what color sequence we need on the LEDs. So it is a pretty simple process. All you have to do is just go to config and then click on LED preference, and down here you can see the color order. It is set at GRB. So you can see that there are multiple options over here with different sequence of different LEDs. So you just try one by one and see which one fits the best. So in my case, BRG is the correct option. So once I click on it and go down and click on save, and then go on back and then open the main home page again. So if I go to red, it will show red color just like that, and if I go to green, it will show green, and if I go to blue, it will show blue. So there you guys, you have successfully controlled your addressable RGB LED with your ESP wirelessly via phone. So thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.